Hey guys, it's the director. Remember to sub and like. Oh my god, it's Joey Bosa! What's up, guys? It's the director. Woo! We got ourselves a pretty awesome promo coverage to go over today. And I'm not going to say this very often throughout the year because obviously you guys want information as soon as possible. But there is a spoiler warning in this video. There's some pack animations that are going to be shown that some people really like to wait to see until they're opening packs, okay? But this is also going to pertain to information about different promos that we're pretty much guaranteed at this point to see throughout the remainder of Madden 19. This is really exciting, guys. We're also going to dive into what these promos look like last year and what to expect this year, and maybe a timeline of when to expect these different promos throughout the Madden 19 season. So guys, you've been warned. If you don't want to see the pack animations early, dip out right now. Hit us up with a like though on your way out. And everybody else who's here to remain, get ready guys, because there's some awesome stuff, including a new promo that we haven't seen before. Let's get into it, guys. All this information can be found on Mutt Leaks on Twitter. All right, let's start here with the Ultimate Legend tier reveal. Okay, so Ultimate Legends tend to come out sometime around February. These are the really glitchy versions of the legends that we see all year. So obviously he's not going to be seeing the legend cards. He's just showing you the animations to expect from these different promos. So Ultimate Legends, quick breakdown of what we saw from it last year. You guys should all be very familiar with this right now. Ultimate Legends dropped on February 9th of last season. The first legends that we saw were Michael Vick. Very glitchy cards, guys. Very glitchy cards to start off the year. Jerome Bettis, Chad Johnson, Larry Allen, Bruce Matthews. I think they dropped most all of them. Or not all of them, but a lot of them at the beginning of the promo. So that's a really cool one. Expect that sometime around February 9th. All right, so let's go into Mutt Leaks again. The next one is going to be Team of the Year. Team of the Year is quite awesome, guys. Let's take a look at this pack animation and see what to expect from the EA side of the animations. That's really cool, spiraling yellows, and that is what you can expect from the pack animations for Team of the Year. Now, Team of the Year is another interesting one, guys. We got, here's the program overview. This one came out in January. Team of the Year is where they take the year in review of the regular season, and they pretty much give rewards out, kind of like their version of Mutt Honors or NFL Honors. And they give out cards to some of the best players at the position. So last year we got an Antonio Brown, Carson Wentz, Jason Kelsey, DeAndre Hopkins, Rob Gronkowski, a lot of the big names. And then on defense, Kamara, or I'm sorry, the rookie standouts. These are just for the rookies, so you can expect to see someone like a Derwin James, you know, those kinds of names there. So we got Alvin Kamara, Evan Ingram, Ryan Ramczyk. So if you guys did the rookie premier cards at this time, you probably see a lot of those investments pay off. This promo came out January 22nd. So Saquon Barkley, maybe Denzel Ward. That's going to be a really big year or a really big week for your rookie premieres from last season, all right? So let's get on to the next one. Team of the Year, very cool stuff. Super Bowl, we all know when to expect Super Bowl promos. Generally, I think it's right before or right after the Super Bowl. Very cool promo. This is what to expect to look like. Very cool looking. Let's go ahead and take a look at what the Super Bowl promo looked like last year. So last year, the Super Bowl, this is when the promo came out. Yep, just before the Super Bowl, January 29th. Through a week is here. EA is kicking off things. So this is basically what to expect from the Super Bowl promo. Last year, I remember there was a couple of really good cards, but for the most of them, I wasn't too impressed. But here's some of the Super Bowl legends to expect. We got a Kurt Warner, Terrell Davis, Franco Harris, Paul Warfield was a really good one at the time. 95 overall cards. Really cool stuff, guys. DeMarcus Ware was actually really nasty too. And then they had, I thought, other tiers. Maybe not. Yeah, they did. They had Super Bowl 89, 93s. Actually, some pretty usable cards here at the 93s as well at that point of the year. So Rodney Harrison, just some pretty good cards. I don't remember what I didn't like about it. Maybe it was the way they did the sets or something like that. Hopefully they do something a little bit different this year, but really not too bad. Not too bad. Expect that around January 29th. All right, next up, we got the Playoffs tier reveal. Let's take a look at this animation. Playoffs is one of the most exciting. I'm very excited for this year, dude. I think the Chargers have a good shot at it. Okay, really cool animations. Kind of a spiraling electronic or electrical surge there. Very cool. So what did the NFL playoffs program look like last season? Take a look at this here. It dropped on January 6th. That's kind of crazy how soon all of this is already coming up on us, guys. Playoffs promo, very cool stuff here. Now the big header for last season. This is why we're all really shocked to see him come out so soon this year. Was Deion Sanders, 97 overall Master card. So this one had a bunch of really good cards, and then the Master of Deion Sanders. Who are we gonna see for the NFL playoffs program for the Master? Because this at the time, guys, was a pretty high card. You can see here Julio Jones got a 95, a 95, a 95. Jalen Ramsey, Todd Gurley, Travis Kelce. Actually, some really, really nice cards. I think I sported a lot of these cards for the remainder of the year. Kawan Short was really, really good for my team the rest of the year in Madden 18. Jack Conklin, I think, was a starter for a very long time on my team. And then obviously Deion Sanders, he was so expensive. He never made my roster last year as far as the playoffs version of him goes. I think I got his Ultimate Legend at some point. But expect to see this promo January 6th. Again, this goes through sets once again. They came out with a couple of bundles. Very, very cool stuff. The playoffs promo was actually really nice. I remember liking that one quite a bit. Next up, we're going to NFL Honors, or this is the MUT Honors, or whatever you want to call it. Here's what the animation looks like. Honors program, always really cool. Now, these cards, that's pretty cool. These cards, I remember, were really hard to come by. They were pretty rare. But the actual promo itself was pretty cool. So let's go to the NFL Honors promo here. We had Alvin Kamara, Marshawn Lattimore on the cover there. These cards were really nice, especially this Marshawn Lattimore. This card was insanely expensive because he just played, especially in the year where zone was crazy and all that stuff. You wanted some man on top of that. Marshawn Lattimore was really, really, really good. And then obviously the fixated chemistries. He had some really good chemistries to go along with his cornerback position. The MVP Honors Award obviously went to the GOAT Tom Brady. He was a great card, but honestly, like at this point, everyone had some really nice mobile quarterbacks. So he was really cool, made a lot of Patriots fans happy. But at this point, he was one of the best, but you had to be a pocket passer. We did end up getting Todd Gurley, Aaron Donald, J.J. Watt, Keenan Allen Comeback Player of the Year, Alvin Kamara, and Marshawn Lattimore. So why was this promo so big last season? Well, we ended up getting our rookie premier card from Marshawn Lattimore, and it was so freaking good. You saw him on a lot of squads of people that ended up doing the rookie premier first card, because in Madden 17, rookie premiers were a little harder to do than in Madden 18, okay? So not everyone's going to have every card like this season. A lot of people have almost every card this season. Marshawn Lattimore, he was amazing. Now, who do I think could take this spot in Madden 19? I really honestly think Derwin James has a shot at it. Bradley Chubb still has a lot of the season to prove himself. Denzel Ward, I think, is, in my opinion, right now just above Derwin James and a contender as far as Defensive Rookie of the Year. I think these coincide with the NFL honors. Yes, they do. So basically, whoever gets a Defensive Rookie of the Year is going to get a card as long as is going to get a card. And if it coexists with the rookie premiere that we did last season, you can expect something really, really crazy. And same thing goes for Offensive Rookie of the Year, which right now, it really seems like Saquon's running away with it. Okay, so why am I telling you this now? Because in February 6th, I don't know if I'm going to be like investing in very many running backs for the remainder of the season, guys, because it really seems like Saquon's running away with the Offensive Rookie of the Year award. And that's almost guaranteed a 97 overall running back at that time. Very, very cool stuff. Everything else is kind of up in the air. We're only about halfway through the season, but this is actually a really, really nice promo, especially for rookie premieres, because you're guaranteed 2 monstrous upgrades on February 6th, okay, or sometime around that time. Very, very cool promo from last season. Moving on, we got Motivators Tier 3. This promo is insane, guys. Imagine having kind of a mini version of a Coach Madden somewhere on your roster. Kind of a cool, almost like an elite pack, almost like a pulling an elite. Coming out of that animation right there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Motivators program here as well. The Motivators program from last season dropped on December 8th. So if they're coming around the same time, it's about a month and a half away, but it could be a little bit earlier. We don't know. If I remember too, there was 2 versions of the Motivators program. Another one dropped, I think, later on in the spring of the next season, if I remember right. But these cards were absolutely crazy, guys. So imagine right now, you're rostering a Von Miller, okay? And Von Miller right now, it's no joke that he's probably the best left outside linebacker in the game, specifically in 3-4. Imagine if you were able to, especially in this year where we have power-ups, if you're able to power up that Von Miller, and not only was he a beast on your team, he was able to add +2 block shed to your entire squad. Now, block shed, we don't really know how big of an impact it has on the teams this year. We've seen a lot of stuff from finesse move this year is pretty good. But imagine just having, let's say Joey Bosa, because he's so big on the finesse move stat, let's say that he gets a motivators card. And he adds +2 finesse move to your entire squad. That's not just going to be the defensive line. It's going to be everybody on defense. Hell, everybody on offense as well. So one big one I really liked from last season, I tried rostering him for a while, but he was just a little slow for me, was this Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas added +2 catch to the whole team. But it didn't just benefit the offense, the defense, especially on defensive backs and linebackers. That catch stat really, really helped the entire team by a lot. Now, it added +2 to each stat. I don't know. That seems a little OP to me. Maybe +1 would be a little bit better for this year just because of the way power-ups and chems work. But if it is +2, I will probably roster 3 or 4 of these cards on my team. Imagine a Melvin Gordon adding elusiveness to the entire team. Imagine C.J. Mosley adding pursuit, or Dez Bryant adding catch and traffic. Of course, he's not playing right now, so he probably won't get a card. This promo is really important, guys. Some of these cards, especially with the way power-ups go this year, the way they're operating this year, they could be cards that stay on your team for the entire year. And as they get upgrades, they keep that chem as far as if we're going off what happened last season. +2 to your entire team on a glitchy card, you need to invest in that. At least I will be doing that. All right, let's go back over to Mutt League. So motivators are a very, very big one. Let's move on to the Harvest promo. The Harvest promo, aka the Thanksgiving promo, it's in there in like the top 5 or 10 promos of the year. For me, I don't remember being stupendously impressed from it last season. There was a couple really, really good cards, but I remember it was a little hard to accomplish. Let's go take a look at the Harvest promo from last season. Released on November 17th, so roughly a month away from right now. We've had a couple of really, really, really good cards to come out of this set. The other cards that went into it, the 84s, 86s, that kind of thing, they were okay. But we had a couple of really, really glitchy cards come out of here. So we had the King of Thanksgiving, Barry Sanders, which is actually pretty standard. We almost always see a Barry Sanders in Thanksgiving. But I don't know if we're going to see it this year because he's already got a legend card. So who knows? Maybe we see a Megatron this year. That would be insane. EA, I know we've already got Barry. Give us Megatron on Thanksgiving this year. That would be crazy. That would be crazy because we all associate Thanksgiving in the NFL as the Lions playing somebody. All right, that's pretty insane. So give us a Barry or give us a Megatron more preferably. That would be so cool. We got a Jarvis Landry 91s. These cards were okay. Jalen Ramsey was actually pretty cool. And then over here we had the Cultivator cards, and these cards were kind of interesting because they on the Thanksgiving Day promo, they pretty much have you place a wager saying, okay, who do you think's gonna give us this stat or that stat? So let's say Xavier Rhodes had a really, really good day. Then his 91 would go to a 93. And they've done that the past couple of years. It's kind of cool. Hunter Henry, I don't remember if any of these guys ended up actually accomplishing that because Xavier Rhodes needed an interception. Glover Quinn needed 7 solo tackles. Hunter Henry needed 7 receptions. Like, they're kind of hard to accomplish. So I don't remember if anybody ended up getting it, but that's what to expect from Thanksgiving. Kind of cool. Place your bets. See if any of these cards are going to overperform and stand out to get that bump in overall. Kind of a cool card right there. Kind of a cool promo right there. Next up, we got Zero Chill Tier 1. So Zero Chill, guys. This is it. This is what we've been preparing for. Zero Chill is perhaps the best promo of the entire year. This obviously comes out on Christmas, so EA really, they throw down the red carpet. They're throwing down really, really nice cards. Usually, the Master is stupendously good, okay? And as far as I remember, most of the time, if you're buying packs around this time of year is probably the best time to do it, if you're a money-spent kind of player, because in Christmas, they're absolutely insane. Absolutely insane packs. So let's go take a look at what Zero Chill looked like last season. It might be called something else. Last season, it was all about out of position Bo Jackson. Bo knows, dude. And this promo almost broke the game in several aspects because obviously we had the 95 overall Bo Jackson that you could put at any position, any position. And some of the most glitchy positions that you could possibly put in the game, for me at least, were like guards, because you had the speed of Bo Jackson at like left guard or right guard with like really decent pull. So those outside runs got really glitchy really quick overnight. Obviously, we had him at quarterback. He was probably the best running back of the year last season at the halfback position. Like, he was absolutely insane. So EA is pretty known to coming out really strong for the Christmas promo. This dropped on December 16th of last season. So again, roughly 2 months from now. And just be prepared, guys. This promo is so freaking good. On top of the out of position Bo Jackson, we got a middle linebacker, LaDainian Tomlinson. We got a quarterback as well. We got a out of position Mike Vick at cornerback and halfback. We got Jason Taylor at right outside linebacker and tight end. We got Dwight Clark at tight end. There were some really, really glitchy cards in this promo, guys. And I expect to see something similarly glitchy this season, because, I mean, the Christmas promo, that's the one. That's the one. Other than the most feared, Christmas promo is absolutely insane. So I tend to try like not to spend a lot of money on this game, but there are always like 2 or 3 promos that I decide, yes, I'm going to maybe buy a bundle. And that's most feared, which is coming up on Friday, the Sub-Zero or the Zero Chill promo that we're going to get in Christmas. And then the other one is usually around like Easter or maybe even Summer Blockbuster. Those are like the 3 or 4 of my favorite promos of the year. So there is the Zero Chill promo. That one is absolutely stupendous and a great way to boost your team. Let's go back here to the Harvest. The next one here is Harvest Tier 1. So again, we've already seen this, but this is just like what the Tier 1 version looks like. Kind of cool. Okay, moving on. We've got Motivators Tier 1. So again, these are stuff that we've already covered, but it's just like the lesser cards, the more likely cards that you're going to pull. So kind of this cool little red glow. Almost looks like an elite card. Motivators Tier 2. We'll take a quick look at this one as well. So again, this is so that we looked at the Tier 3 first, then the Tier 1. Here's the Tier 2. So the middle tier, kind of cool. They have like 3 different animations. So this one comes with a little bit of a shine. People are going to be looking at that when the promo drops. Here's a new one, guys, right here. Not a new one, but here's a fresh one right here. The NFL Blitz promo. This one is actually pretty awesome. Take a look at that. Kind of these cool rings that come by. It almost reminds me of the HUD of Iron Man. Like when he's in his suit, he sees those like lights and stuff like that. It kind of reminds me of that. Kind of a really cool pack animation. Probably my favorite that I've seen so far. Now, NFL Blitz, dudes, to go over this one is awesome. Let's go to the NFL Blitz promo here, or the Madden Blitz promo. This one's awesome because it's very timed. It only happens within a certain time frame. I think sometimes like a couple of days, and then even within those days, there's like a couple of hours to accomplish certain objectives. This one some people love and some people hate because you kind of have to be at your console to participate on this one. And a lot of people, their work schedules are different, sleep schedules are different, kids, different circumstances. But if you happen to be available for this promo, you can get some pretty awesome stuff. It's just kind of an exciting thing to do every year. Now, last season, oh my goodness, the Master was so good. Night Train Lane, 95 overall. This was the glitchiest corner in the game for a long, long time. He was very, 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 very good. The other ones, we got Aaron Donald. He was a bit lower if it's going to load the card. A 93 overall, Aaron Donald really could. I mean, all these cards are really, really awesome. Ryan Shazier was a glitch for the longest time. Darren Sproles really fast. Tyreek Hill really fast. Like, these were really, really nice cards. Now, what does it say here? Dante Fowler requires 12 Blitz tokens. So if I remember, they had these solos that you had to do that would give you Blitz tokens. And then I think they put Blitz tokens in packs as well. Okay, and they were only available for a very limited time. So they had these 8-hour sets where you could put the tokens in and get like a pretty good card. 4-hour sets, we can get a lesser card. And the solos were available for like, I think like a couple hours at a time. So they see 25 men Blitz solos will unlock one at a time every 4 hours. So every 4 hours, to come on, play a couple of solos, maybe go back to doing what you're doing just to get the tokens, right? And that made a lot of these cards, if you're like very diligent about it, you're not too far away from being obtainable. Of course, if you wanted like really nice cards, you'd have to go pull some packs, hopefully get some tokens. I think they were guaranteed tokens. But this was kind of an exciting promo. Coin making, not the best one, but the cards that it came with and the excitement of having to do stuff every couple hours was kind of cool, kind of very engaging. Next up, we have the Blitz Tier 1 for the same that we just saw. So this is the Tier 1. This is what most people are going to see when they pull packs and stuff like that. So kind of cool. Kind of cool. Again, that very orange hue, very nice. And here's this one's kind of interesting, guys. Now I'm gonna go to full screen for just a second, okay? This is a new promo. We don't know what this promo is. I have nothing to reference to, only just a guess, maybe. But that's what the animation looks like, at least. This is called the Blocks promo. Blocks promo. What could that possibly mean? Let's take a look at the animation, see if we can dissect it a little bit, and take an educated guess on what it could be. Kind of interesting. Kind of interesting. You know, at first glance, it reminds me of the heavyweights set, kind of. You know, the animation they put in the heavyweights. And blocks. It really sounds like some kind of offensive line. You know, that's really honestly what it looks. Maybe tight ends as well. And maybe they have wide receivers in there that have higher run block or pass block or something like that. But it's called the Blocks promo. So that, I mean, honestly, that's my best guess. It kind of leaves the entire defensive side of the ball kind of, you know, up in the air. But that's what I'm taking a look with that right there. So Blocks promo, what do you guys think that's going to be in the comments section below, guys? What could the Blocks promo possibly bring to the game of Madden? I don't know what it is. The animation, again, it looks kind of like heavyweights. And blocks, just the word, makes you think maybe it's going to be offensive linemen or other players that need their run blocking or pass blocking stats. So that's kind of what we're looking at there. All right, guys, kind of a lengthy one, but that's kind of like your year in review already. Because we already have all these animations. We already have a lot of confirmed promos that we can look forward to in the remainder of the year. And remember, there's probably a lot of stuff left out of this. There's probably a lot of stuff that we don't have animations for. We don't have leaks for yet. So there might be other stuff, you know, interlaced in between that we haven't seen any spoilers for yet. So I hope you guys enjoyed what you saw today. Guys, all the speculation in the world, who do you think we're getting for these different promos? There's more promos to come. It seems like these ones, the leak stopped at the promos at like the Super Bowl. And then anything after that, like Easter and Blockbuster, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff after that side that we haven't seen. So let me guys know, what do you think is coming for Most Feared? That's the most recent one that we're going to be seeing, most likely on Friday. Who do you think we're going to be seeing for Most Feared? And maybe the Harvest promo. We're going to see a Megatron, or we're going to see something kind of glitchy like that last season. Who knows, guys? Hope you guys enjoyed what you saw today. Hit us up with a like and sub. As always, this is the Director, Dave Frosty.
Last chance, 4th and long, finding the will to bolt up. Bundle up, cause you know we stay frosty. I take my frosty, chocolate, vanilla, or swirl. Mutt Master, YouTuber, come on, let's give it a whirl. Mutt Madden, Twitch streamer, put the snowman to shame. Staying frosty's the only way we stay alive in this game. They're reffing the match, directors directing the game. Scared of my underdog team, you know them gods will be slain. Stay frosty.